Have you ever wondered what happens when you finally find a home you want to purchase? In today's video, I'm going to go over exactly what writing an offer on a home looks like, everything from how to prepare that offer to when you finally get the keys to your new home. But before I dive in, I will ask you guys, if you are enjoying my content and finding value in it, please hit that like and subscribe button to help me get my information out to more people like you. If you want to book an appointment to talk about anything real estate, you can do so by clicking the Calendly link below in the description. So after searching and searching, you have finally found the home that you want to write an offer on. And so I'm going to go over the entire offer process from the time that you write the offer to the time that you get the keys. I'm going to share with you my screen, and we have the offer timeline here. What would happen is your real estate agent would prepare the contract of purchase and sale based on your terms and conditions. So things such as price, the dates that you're going to be moving in, and some other items that your real estate agent can talk to you about in more detail. But once the terms and conditions of your offer are agreed upon by both you, the buyer, and the seller, that is an accepted offer. So once everything's been initialed and agreed upon, you have anywhere between 7 to 10 days on average to do your due diligence and make sure that the property you are purchasing is 100% what you want. And also the lender has to approve your financing. Yes, you do have a pre-approval, but that lender still has to see that specific property, and they might have an appraiser go through and do any due diligence on their end. For example, if it's a condo building, they want to make sure that that condo building is also in good standing, because if it's not, you might be hit with a special levy or a fee to pay in the foreseeable future. So items like that have to all be verified by the lender before they can officially give you the green light and approve you for that property. So items that you would be taking care of during this 7 to 10 day period include getting a home inspection done, verifying your finances. So your real estate agent will send the accepted offer, the property disclosure statement, and usually the MLS report on that specific property to your mortgage broker. Once your mortgage broker gets those required documents, they can go ahead and start working on your file, and the underwriter would then hopefully approve your financing for that property. We would look at the title search and make sure that the owners and the sellers on title are actually the true owners of the property, and that there's no outstanding charges or liens on the home or restricted covenants or easements that might prevent you from doing whatever it is you want to do with that property. The property disclosure statement needs to be looked at. This is a 4 to 6 page document depending on the type of property that the seller fills out, and it asks them a series of questions about that specific property. Some examples might include, are you aware of any oil tanks on the property? Are you aware of any problems with the plumbing, the electric system? Have they done any renovations? If so, were permits taken out? So just general questions about that property so that we can make sure that you're not buying something that you didn't think you were buying. And again, that property disclosure statement is to be sent to the lender so that they can have a look over it as well and make sure that there's no red flags on that property. If you're buying in a strata, so a condo or a townhome, we will also go over the strata documents pertaining to that building. Usually we go over the last 2 years of any meeting minutes. That includes monthly meeting minutes, annual general meeting minutes, and also special general meeting minutes as well. So we want to know exactly what's going on in the building. You also want to look over the depreciation report, which is done by engineers, and they do a full walkthrough of the building, the exterior, interior, parkade, if there is any, and they put together a report that provides you with insight on the building. So for example, what condition is the parkade in? Does it need to be repaired? And if so, how much money is that going to cost? Is there enough in the contingency fund to cover that cost, or should you be expecting to pay a special levy potentially in the foreseeable future? We want to make sure that you're not going to purchase in a building or a complex that has issues in it, because once you move in, you're responsible for paying anything that comes up in that specific complex. And I wrote down septic and well inspection because some properties, even in Langley, are on a septic and well system, and you should definitely get that checked out prior to removing your conditions. So we've got our offer accepted, and now we have taken care of all our due diligence, including these items. And again, you don't have to write in all of these items and do all of those things, but these are the most common ones that we would put into a contract to protect you as the buyer before removing your conditions. If you're satisfied with all of these items and your mortgage broker has approved your file, we can go ahead and remove subjects. And when we do that, we're saying that we're satisfied with all of these items, we're good to go, we're removing those conditions, making that contract now firm. That is the time time and point where your deposit is now due. And again, that is roughly 5% of the purchase price. That will be held in your real estate agent's brokerage trust account, and that will go towards the remainder of your down payment come completion day. There's no written rule on how long before you would actually get the keys to your new home. However, generally speaking, you're going to be looking at anywhere between 30 to 90 days, 2 months being the real average time before you can actually take possession of your new home. Of course, if the property's vacant, you can move in 2 weeks if you want to. We just have to give the lawyers enough time to complete their documents and make sure that everything is good to go before you would get the keys. So completion day, I've been saying that a lot, and you might be wondering, well, what does that mean? So completion day is the day that you are the true owner of that property and your mortgage is registered. So you are now paying for your property. Super fun. You should be proud. You're on title. You're the owner. Your mortgage payments have started. It's real. Possession day, it's usually a day or two after, just making sure that your mortgage did register and giving those sellers time to move out of the property before you can get the keys. Adjustment day is usually the same day as possession, and these are when all those little items such as reimbursing sellers for any property taxes that they paid in advance, all those type of little adjustments happen on possession day. And again, that's usually one day after completion. I should touch on the newly announced buyer rescission period that was implemented by the government earlier this year. What that is if you don't have any subjects in your offer, so you're going in with a subject-free offer or a cash offer, as you might know them as, you as a buyer now legally have to have 72 hours or 3 days before you can actually provide the seller with your deposit. Again, talk to your real estate agent. It depends what type of market you are purchasing your home in at that time. But if you do go in with a subject-free offer, which is extremely risky to do, especially if you're in a market where you don't have to, you wouldn't be able to purchase that property technically until 3 days after your offer is accepted. The reason being is because the government wanted to give buyers that went in subject-free 72 hours to really reflect and cool off before their deposit was due and the deal was firm. I hope you guys found this video valuable. And again, just a reminder to hit that like and subscribe button. And also, if you have any questions that I might have missed or you want me to go into more detail about, you can click the Calendly link in the description below and book a call with me. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon.